Welcome to 2 on the 10.
Oh, we back 2 on the 10, baby. I'm Paul.
Greedy Nick. What am I doing on this side of the
What
table?
are you doing on this side of the table? As you can tell, we're missing one of our comrades. He's been wounded in action. I don't know. He hurt his ankle doing something, huh?
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing, but
Man, you got to slow down on them sex moves, bro. We can't. We too old to be doing that shit.
he couldn't get his ass to the podcast. So, hey,
No, I would tell you what happened because a couple of weeks ago we were arguing about LeBron and Durant. It got kind of brotherly heated on the debate.
did you guys go out and play one-on-one?
No. He saw that the Lakers drafted Bronny and he kicked the fucking wall in disgust.
Or in celebrate. We're going to talk about that later.
But no, man. Hey, Titan will get well soon, man. We hope to see him back on podcast real quick. Hope speedy recovery. Hope the ankle injury isn't as bad as we think.
Yeah, this episode is going to be 1.5 on the 10 because we missing.
We miss you, man. But now, but the show got to go on. We got
Show must keep going.
The show must keep going. So, we had to go. But it's good. I mean, you normally see Greedy on the other side, and it's good to see, whole body Greedy. Yeah.
In the big chairs, the big boy chairs.
He's eating at the big table, so it was good. But Greedy, how was your weekend, man?
Man, it's been good. It was a long weekend. It was my girl's birthday, so
Happy birthday, Little Mermaid. There you go.
We went out. She wanted to go to the river on Saturday, and
I know.
one thing about my girl, she loves the river. She buys all the tubes. She bought this party tube that holds 8 people.
Oh my gosh.
She wanted to buy 2 of them. They're like $200 a piece.
Right.
She wanted me to buy the second one. I was like, we don't need 2. We already have 8 other tubes.
Right.
So I'm like, just the time it takes to blow those things up once you're out on the river, nah, we're good on one. So we get out there. We were out in the parking lot for an hour and a half blowing up tubes.
Really?
So yeah. But we got there super early. But
well, fortunately, you brought my ride out there. My girl had gone out there with you.
Yeah,
I don't do the river thing. That ain't my speed. So I'll let you guys have that. But
yeah.
But it came in handy.
Oh yeah, because that car has 5 different areas you can plug things in.
Yeah.
So we had 4 different pumps going, tubes everywhere. This big huge ass tube that has a canopy over the top of it. They had 7 people sitting on that thing. So,
oh my gosh.
So the river was flowing.
Really?
Actually, yeah. It was one of the faster times, and it was pretty rapidy at a few places. And at one point, we went up into the rocks, and one of my boys, and actually she got it on video, he went crashing into the rocks. His tube popped, and then it pulled us out, and we're going through the rapids. And the thing about the rapids is the reason it's so rapidy is because there's big, huge rocks in the middle there.
Okay.
The water's flowing through fast.
Right.
So you get those waves where the water's smacking up against the rocks.
Right.
Well, he was hanging off the edge, trying to hang onto the big tube, pull himself up as we start going through there, man. And he got hit 3 or 4 times in the back by a big, huge rock. He'd send me a picture the next day. It looked like he was growing a tail out his back.
Oh, shit.
He had probably a 2-inch growth coming out of his lower back where the rock just smashed him.
Holy shit.
So, but it was a fun time. We did have a tragedy on the river.
What happened?
I lost my cell phone. Well, I didn't lose it. I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna name names. I'm not.
Hold on. Do you have a waterproof case?
I do. There was a waterproof case.
Yes. Yeah.
You know the strange thing about waterproof cases? They have to be closed in order for them to work. I'm not mentioning names. Just saying that there was a waterproof case. Some people maybe were going into it and not closing it. Somehow my phone got wet and it would not turn back on, charge, nothing. It's dead, kaput. So I had to get a new phone this weekend. And I don't know, when's the last time you got a new phone that you weren't able to transfer all your settings from the old phone to the new phone?
I know, right?
No, I had stuff backed up, but
yeah.
Man, I spent 5 hours on Saturday into Sunday just trying to remember all my passwords.
That's what I hate.
Man, what's my Instagram password? What's my Facebook password? And they're all different because you don't have the same password for everything.
Right.
That makes it too easy for the hackers. So So, man, I was spent like 5 hours. And then the worst thing was when I got back to work on Monday, I got like a ton of like those authenticator apps where like you type your password
Yeah.
and it pops up and you have to put that code in.
Yeah.
Well, that all breaks when you get a new phone. You got to set all that back up.
Oh shit.
So I had to call like our IT department and be like, hey, you got to reset this, reset that.
Right.
I literally spent the first 2 hours at work on Monday just resetting shit up just so I could do my job. And the crazy thing about my job, like, I can't be without a phone.
Right.
Like, I'm on my phone 24/7. People are calling me.
Right.
I'm sending email. People are texting me. Like, I laugh. I go, there's like 7 different ways for people to get a hold of me just through my phone. I have 3 different phone numbers that ring into my phone.
Right.
I got 2 different text numbers. Actually, 3 different text numbers. So that's 6. I got 3 different emails on the phone.
Right.
It's like people get like they can email me 4 different ways. It comes to my phone.
But it was crazy. It was crazy. Like I said, I caught up with you guys later. But the crazy thing is, you got your new phone within 24 hours. How the fuck did you do that?
I just want to, so here's the craziest part. I had that fold phone.
Okay,
big
yeah,
fold.
fold, yeah.
That thing was like $2,000 when I bought it.
Yeah, right.
Damn near just paid it off last month.
Okay. Oh fuck.
Just paid that thing off, and the phone
brutal,
died. So
brutal.
I just went back to T-Mobile and said, "Hey, my old phone's dead. I need a new one." They hooked me up with a good deal. I wanted to get the new fold.
Right.
They didn't have it in stock anywhere.
Anywhere, you got
and
it.
they're like, "Oh, we can get it to you by the end of the week." I'm like, I can't go 4 or 5 days without a phone.
Right.
Plus, I had to go to Tucson for a couple days, and yeah, it just wasn't happening. So
You got the new
I got
Galaxy.
the Galaxy S24 Ultra.
Gotcha.
It's like the Note, which I used to have.
Yeah.
It's got the little stylus. The screen is way too small.
Is it?
Believe it or not.
Okay.
I'm used to that fold because like if I watch like movies and stuff on my phone, I fold that thing out.
Right.
And it's like a little mini iPad you can watch.
Right.
This thing I'm like trying to turn, like is it gonna look better sideways? I'm like, no, it still looks small.
You ever think about upgrading? You still upgrade now?
I mean, I could take it back in and try to like swap it out. It's only been a week, but
Yeah, exactly.
then I gotta go through that whole
I
process.
think for T-Mobile it's like 14 to 16 days you can swap out.
I gotta go back. I might have to check because if that's the case, I might have to go back in. But the problem with that is, I gotta do all that phone shit all over again.
But it might be a little bit easier though because you can transfer your data.
That is true. And
See,
there's the
so
thing
at
where
least
you
I know on my
can phone
like my iPhone, I backed that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So everything's backed up to the cloud and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
that's the one good thing. All my pictures were backed up because you know me, I got the vault.
Oh, you got the vault. Yeah. That might have been.
I was wondering if you paid my girl off. Hey,
might
give me that phone and all the evidence.
It might have been a blessing in disguise. Nick has like
Years worth of
years worth of blackmail photos.
everybody.
Everybody.
Hey, if you've been around me, I got photos of you.
He's like Diddy without the Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely got.
If you ever did any dirt around me, it's on camera. Trust me.
That's what I'm saying. It's like once he goes down, that shit's scheduled to go into the inferno burn.
Yeah, no. What happens is the email is linked to my heart. If my heart stops,
Yeah.
the email blast goes out of all the photos. It's all the pertinent information. The feds get it.
The fans get everything.
Yep, CIA, everybody get the
Shit, I'm hoping I'm gone before that shit go down. But no, definitely. I mean, I know we went to. I caught up with you guys. We went to Singing Panda after that.
Oh yeah, we had some Singing Panda, man. I'm telling you, every time I go in there, it
That's
seems to
just
get
so
better and better.
good. That's just so
And,
good.
and shout out to all my people over at Singing Panda.
Yeah.
Every time I go in there, they're like, "Oh, the podcast guys."
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, I tell everybody about that. I told some guys from my work. They went in there with like 5, 6 people and got a table and had dinner there on one of the weekend shows. And just the food, you cannot beat it. The food is that good. The food is that good. If you haven't,
And the portions are so big.
portions are great.
Yeah.
Food's great. Atmosphere is cool. And the one thing I'm gonna tell you, and they're voted on this all the time. They have some of the best service you'll ever get at any restaurant.
Yep.
Like literally every time you turn around, your drink's full. Whatever you need, they're bringing it to you right away. Even if they ever happen to mess something up, which I've never really seen it. I mean, they would fix it instantly. Like they're always on top of the game all the time.
I like the table that we were on. It had the spinning.
Yeah, it had like that little where you could put all the trays on and just spin them around.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
table
exactly.
and try samples.
Yep.
Yeah, you go there and get like 6 or 7 different things and just spin around. I know you wanted some of my sesame chicken. I put it on the tray, spun it to you.
But I got I gave you some more of the General
Yeah,
Tao.
General Tao's chicken. I got some of that too.
So definitely shout out to fucking Singing Panda. I'm definitely going. I'm going to hit that up here.
Oh, you got to. You got to.
Again.
I might be there this weekend.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always good to go in there for like a late lunch on a Saturday or
There you
something.
go.
So, and
What's your favorite? You think?
in there,
Yeah, sesame
their
chicken.
chicken fried rice.
Their chicken fried rice is fire.
And then I get the chili oil. It's like the chili flakes in like an oil.
Yeah.
It's a little spicy, and I drizzle that on the top. Man, you can't beat that. They can't beat the flavor. And then the chicken fried rice, man, they give you big, huge chunks of chicken. in
Yeah.
it. Like some places, you're like, this is chicken fried rice. Where's the chicken?
Right.
This place, you're like, where's the rice? It's like a bunch of chicken with a little bit of rice. No. But it's delicious, man. I'm telling you.
I want to go in there and try something different. Like we've tried, of course, the sweet and sour. We've tried General Towels. We tried the sesame chicken.
You had the Mongolian beef before.
Yeah, the Mongolian beef. I got to run that back. Yeah, run that back. So definitely, gonna.
But I was in Tucson, like I said, this past week too, and man, I'm telling you, this wing place, Flaps and Racks.
Flaps and Racks. Where's it
I know
at?
I talked
Where's it
about
at?
it. It's right by the Tucson airport.
Okay, it's by the airport. Okay, got you.
I took 3 guys there from my work because we're all working together, and we went for a late lunch, during their happy hour too. Happy hour, they have $2.50 bottled beers and $3 drafts.
Okay.
From like 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. And the lady, when we go to the counter, she's like, you can order as many beers as you think you're going to drink while you're here on happy hour right now, and we'll just bring them out to you.
Oh, shit.
So if you were in there and you're like, I want 10 beers, they'll bring them all in at the happy hour price and then just keep bringing them out to you.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So it was dope. But the wings, man, I'm telling you. So I took all these guys there, and they're like, oh, yeah, whatever. Wings are wings, whatever.
Right.
Man, they bit into them. They were like, oh, my God, these wings are amazing. I got the garlic Parmesan wings. I don't know what they do, but they're some of the best wings I've ever had.
Really?
I swear on my life.
Flaps and Racks. You know.
And I said, you could trust a fat kid, you know. And that's what I was telling them. And all the guys I was with, they were all big boys too, and they were like, man, these things are good. So there, a couple of them already planning their next trip, and they're like, I want to try those next time.
Really? Okay.
But
you
all
saying the garlic? So you saying the garlic Parmesan?
Garlic palm or bomb. One of the guys got the barbecue. He loved them. Another guy got the hot wings. He's like, they were really, really good.
Okay.
But just all the wings are good. And then they have like, during happy hour too, they do like half price appetizers. So you can get like mozzarella sticks, I think, or onion rings or their barbecue buffalo fries. So they do fries with like some buffalo meat on there in the sauce. All half price.
There you go.
So it's a killer happy hour deal too. So if you're there during the week from like, you get there a late lunch, you get a hell of a deal, man. Hell of a deal. But the food, man, I'm mashed.
Dope.
And the wings, like you get 8 wings, and they're like those steroid big juicy wings, but they're crispy on the outside. So you bite in, you get that crisp, and then they're just like super juicy on the inside and hold the flavor.
Gotcha.
You can't beat it, man. Making me hungry now. I want to go back. I want to drive back just to get the wings. I would literally drive. And I'm crazy. Like growing up, me and my boy Ian, you know, we didn't have In-N-Out Burger here in Arizona back when I was in high school.
Right.
Me and him on a weekend would just drive to Indio, California.
Really?
Like 4 hours.
Just to get in.
Just to go to In-N-Out Burger and Thrifty ice cream.
That's crazy.
And we'd make a day out of it. We'd be like, hey, let's just go. You want to go get In-N-Out today?
Right.
He'd pick me up like 9 in the morning. We'd drive. We'd get there like 1. We'd have lunch. We'd go hit the Thrifty ice cream, get some ice cream, chill for like an hour, and then drive home.
That's crazy.
Just for In-N-Out. So you wouldn't put it past me just to drive to Tucson just for some good wings. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes from my house, though.
Okay.
So it's not bad at all. But speaking of weekends, I know you left the country.
Yeah. So you know, it was my girl's son's birthday. So he's never been.
Birthday to him too. Let's
There
give
you
him
go.
like some applause.
Yeah, it's a bunch of June birthdays, man. It's a lot of June birthdays. You know, my son, he was June 15th, little Gemini. A lot of Geminis in June. You know, they're all crazy as a motherfucker, but that's another subject. But that being said, we went down to Rocky Point. I haven't been down to Rocky Point in forever. They've definitely built up a lot down there as far as like the hotels, the restaurants, and we stayed in La Paloma. Yeah, we had a friend of ours. You know, I mean, everybody knows. Mitch calls him Cambodia Mike. That shit was funny.
Cambodia Mike, yeah.
So our friend Mike Obagoza cool ass dude. But he has a condo down there, so he let us stay at his condo. Yeah, super dope. His condo was beautiful. It was like this big ass apartment. Reminded me of like a big ass like New York apartment. It was beautiful. But
How was the drive going down there?
you know what?
Because I'm always a little sketchy about the drive, just because.
You know what? Here's the thing. And you know me. I hate driving. I always fly everywhere and stuff like that. So it's a 4-hour drive there. We both live in the same area. So from our house to just the border is 3 hours.
Okay.
And then you haul ass from the border into and down Line Point was another hour. So it's 4 hours total. It actually goes pretty fast, actually.
And the federales don't fuck with you at all?
No. So the trick too is, especially when you get do not speed in border towns, is do not do that. And then they have this like person that they're collecting money for the Red Cross or whatever it is, something like that. Always pay them fuckers.
Okay.
Always, like no matter what, you'll see them. You're coming out of the town and you're going before you get on the freeway. Pay them. I'm just telling you. Everybody knows, you just pay them. You give them, like I said, if you got pesos on them, give them 20, 40 pesos. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have no astronomical, or if you got $5, give them $5, whatever. My belief and other folks' belief is because you literally, after you get past there, you're passing cars left and right because you're doing damn near 90 to 100 going down there because it's so, first of all, it's so wide open, and you're just passing motherfuckers. Only bad thing, the infrastructure's shit. You know what I'm saying? And they got fucking potholes. Oh, the roads fucking suck. Yeah. Sometimes, you might catch yourself in the middle of the fucking both lanes splitting the lane divider because you're trying to avoid a pothole and shit like that. Damn. But like I said, getting down there, it's simple. Like I said, it's not I stop in. So you stop in Hilla Bend first. Yeah. They got a gas station, and they got a McDonald's right there. So you stop there, take a piss right there, and then you can either they have one more. You can stop in Ajo if you want to. Yeah. It's another little, and then Y is a little town called Y, like 10 minutes before the border, and you can stop there. And then right before you go to the border, they got this little convenience store. You can stop in there. I always fill up. Yeah. So another thing is, I love Mexico to death. And I go to Mexico all the fucking time. The Rocky Point, whether it be Rocky Point, Tulum, Cabo, Cancun, whatever it may be. I always fill up. When I'm going to Rocky Point, it's the only time I drive into Mexico. But I always fill up. That's why I fill up in either Ajo or Y. Because I ain't putting fucking Mexican gas. Shit. I got to come back and fucking throw fuel injector and all that shit. I don't know what the fuck they doing down there. So I love you motherfuckers. Don't trip. Mexico, I love for me. I got love for them. But I ain't putting your gas in that bitch. But not my expensive ass ride. So, but no. So, you gas up, get some food, gone. We got to La Paloma, and we got there around about 4:30. Yeah, 4:30. Check in. And then head right down to the beach. And it's kind of cool because, at nighttime, around about 5 o'clock, the tide starts going out. So the beach starts receding, something like that. You can walk out. There's crabs going everywhere.
Now, what's the water like there? Is it?
Oh, it was warm. Oh, my gosh, it was so warm. Yes. Okay. It was so, the water was so nice.
Is that from all the chemicals they're pouring in there? Man, I remember growing up, we used to go down to San Diego, and they're like, oh, you don't want to go in the water because all the stuff that Mexico dumps in comes up to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see all
syringes and shit used to wash up on shore.
Maybe that's some old school shit, but no, they don't have none of that. Like I said, from the time I started going down to Rocky Point when I was in high school, and it was nothing like it is now. It was a bunch of dirt roads, and there was maybe one resort down there, but a bunch of older hotels. Pink Cadillac was down there. You had the Reef and a couple other places, something like that. But it was way different. Now that it's really commercial. It's gone really commercial.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of American money dumped in.
Oh, a lot of it's huge.
Americans love it down there.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said for California. Coming from California, there was a lot of people from California. A lot of people from New Mexico, a lot of people from Arizona. It's like I said, it's shorter to drive there than it is to drive.
And think about it. If you wanted to have like a
San Diego.
beachfront property,
Yeah.
way cheaper down there than it is in like any other San Diego or LA or anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Cummings' condo was like, they were going for like 400,000. They were nice, and like I said, you can Airbnb out these things, so you can make your money back, something like that. But, it was
400,000 in San Diego, you're out in the mountains. You can't even smell the ocean from where you're at.
fucking ain't right. It was funny. When I first sold my business, I was thinking about moving. I was thinking about moving down to Arizona altogether, and I was just looking around and fucking. San Diego. I love San Diego. A trip. We go down there. We fucking have a fucking. We have a fucking blast down there, and so I was looking for like a beachfront property down there. They had this fucking shack, 1,000 square foot shack. They wanted fucking 1.6 for it or some fucking crazy fucking shit.
Location.
Yes. And I'm like, I would have to it's a damn near tear down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The fucking rebuild on this shit. I was like, man, this is ridiculous.
But then it'd be worth like 3.2 when you're done with it.
I know. But, California's just, California's just crazy because it's landlocked, you know what I'm saying? And that's why so many people are moving from California and fucking driving up the prices here. Texas, stuff like that. Because, we got a partner that moved from California to Texas. And fucking, they'll sell a house, $600,000 house in California compared to one in Texas. Shit,
and my cousin, she lives in California, forget the town, wine country. But outside of San Diego, that Temecula.
Temecula, okay, gotcha.
They're selling their house and they're going to move to Oklahoma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, my son went. Yeah.
Man, their house is going to be like a third of the cost in Oklahoma what they're selling.
And they're probably going to have land and shit.
Yeah, they're going to have land and all that, compared to what they're going to sell their house for in Temecula.
That's crazy.
Nuts, man.
Crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I think that's why people are leaving California in droves, just because they see there's more opportunity in these different states. The problem is they're coming up here to Arizona, and where Arizona used to be cheap, now
it ain't cheap here no more.
Oh man,
don't let them fool you.
Yeah, they driving up the prices. But I remember, just why I lived here, because the cost of living was fucking was good.
It's not anymore.
I know
it really isn't. I was just thinking the other day. I'm like, nothing is cheap anymore. You can't even go to lunch for less than $20.
I know, that's crazy, right?
20, 25, $30. Like, there's a couple times I go to like Greek for lunch and I'm spending with a tip and a drink $30.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking alcohol. I'm talking like a soda.
Yeah.
$30.
And I'm trying to rationalize that shit. Man, we used to get $6, $7. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you think about it. Even if you go to fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
Bro, McDonald's ain't cheap no more. I mean, you ain't getting out of McDonald's for $20.
Bro, I just remember the day. You remember Filiberto's back in the day?
Yeah.
The big ass fucking carne asada burrito, like $4.99.
Yeah, it's $5. Yeah.
Now they're damn near $13.
Yes, exactly. Every time I go up there, because I love me some Los Fabs, bro.
Yeah.
No trip. I might get something tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I might be going there right after this.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you go in there and get some carne asada fries, you $15.
Oh yeah.
Shit is
nuts, man.
Shit is wild as fuck, though. But no, we like I said, we hung out there all weekend. He liked he liked the ocean. He ran up in the ocean. It was cool. He didn't have any fear. He actually got on the jet ski with his mom, so jet skied around and stuff like that and did that. But of course, he loved the pool. They had a lazy river there, which was pretty, it was pretty dope. So he liked.
Did you eat anything good while you're down there?
Nah, man. That's the one thing I gotta say, La Paloma, you gotta step your game up. Your fucking food is garbo. Here's the thing. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna take it back. Their poolside restaurant that they got, terrible. The restaurant that they got, I was in phase 2, is a little bit better. The chicken was pretty good. I forgot.
You go down and get no like street tacos or.
Man, that's the thing is normally like
tacos or something.
So normally like when I go down to Mexico is during the beach they got motherfuckers running up and down the beach fixing all kind of tacos and shit, and that's what I was looking forward to. And no, only thing they were allowing on the beach was make these fucking like pina coladas and shit like that. And I was like, I want that fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I think they'd be pulling in like the fresh fish and cooking it right there.
You would think, but I don't know. Maybe they were, resorts got together and like, oh no, they're gonna fuck.
They're gonna pay.
They're gonna pay to eat, motherfucker. They gonna be paying fucking $5
And
each.
we know what those Arizona prices is like.
Fuck.
We gonna make them tax them down here too.
Yeah, exactly. So no, we spent 3 days down there. It was good. Drove back, had a good time.
I watched your dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, not my dog, my girl's dog.
Girl's dog.
Yeah.
Hey, so when you girl brought her over to like meet my dogs, man, well, I thought there was gonna be World War III going on. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. No. And I know you felt the same way.
Oh fuck, it was exactly because
But-
your big ass dog was barking and shit, jumping out. I was like, man, he gonna eat this bitch.
I'm telling you, your girl dropped the dog off, walked out, and it was like you didn't exist.
Yeah.
The dog's just running around with the other dogs, are all laying together on the couch. I'm like, man, your dog thinks he's at a country club right now. All his friends are just chilling. I actually got your dog to use the doggy door.
Really? Oh, you use the dog door?
door?
Okay. Yeah. You know what?
He was hesitant at first, like I had to lift the flap up and he crawled through.
Okay.
But then he saw the big dog and a couple of the little dogs go through,
Okay.
and he kind of poked his nose through and he'd go through.
Okay.
So if you need get a doggy door,
Well, okay. I was going to ask you about that. Is if she used the doggy door at all?
She
You know what I'm
used the
saying?
doggy door.
Making sure she ain't go in the house or whatever. So I don't know. It's hard to get one of them doors. Just be,
yeah, it's tough, but
it's tough. Letting the flies in.
yeah, definitely let the flies in.
And air conditioning, but she definitely needs that shit though. But it was one of the things. But no, we got her back. I'm like I said, I'm glad everything worked out. It was a great trip. He turned 5, so all in all, it was good, man. We had a great time. Had to come back to reality and shit like that. But
Back for the podcast, baby.
yeah, come back for the podcast. Definitely come back to the podcast and new things that are going on. Came back to the NBA draft.
Oh yeah, star-studded NBA draft. Man, I really got to ask this question.
Yeah.
Is the U.S. losing its foothold as the powerhouse in?
I would have to say, 20 European players got drafted.
Yeah.
20
And the last 2 years, #1 pick, both from France.
from France. That's crazy.
Wembyama, and I don't even know the guy this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's any good, but they drafted him first. I mean, if he's the one getting drafted first, then
Well,
like
like I
about
said,
the American players.
here's the thing. Like you said, it's a global sport now, and so take Luka Doncic. That motherfucker turned pro at 13.
Yeah.
So they're playing over there. They're playing pro ball
Yeah. At 13, 14.
at 13, 14 against grown ass men. You know what I'm saying?
And being taught the fundamentals at that age.
And so, it's easier for them to come into the game because they've already been playing with grown men and they understand, you know what I'm saying? And so they've been treated like professionals fucking since they were young. Here, these college players, which come here because you got to do 1 year in college here. They're coming from high school. They don't know. They play against high school players. You got to do 1 year in college. You got to play against college players.
Or I did see that a bunch of players from that NBA Ignite League, that league for if you decide you don't want to go to college, you play it, a bunch of those guys got drafted too. I think I saw 4 or 5 of them get drafted.
Yeah. It's a developmental league.
Yeah, I think that's more what they need, especially if you're someone that doesn't have any want or need to go to college, but basketball is your life, and that's what you're hoping to make it as. Like, why not get into a league that's going to develop you rather than be forced to go to college and pretend to go to class or, go to class in your case. But, I'm just saying, like, why do all that when you can,
But
get into,
but the
here's
thing is,
if
go to college, bro. I'm telling you want to go.
wow.
You want to go to college for like at least 1 year. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad they made him go to college for 1 year because college is so fun, man. It's like.
But here's the thing. Think about this. Just because you're playing basketball, they're going to force you to go to college.
Right.
That has nothing to do with the development of the player. It's all about the college wanting to protect their asset of college basketball and college football.
Right.
It really is. Think about this. Let's say I want to become an electrician, and I don't have to go to 1 year of college. I can go to an apprenticeship and learn under somebody and take all my classes that I need to become an electrician.
True that.
Or if I want to be a welder, same thing. I get an apprenticeship and do that.
True that.
I don't have to go to a year of college before they decide that I'm old enough to do this.
Right.
And then they say the guise of safety, it's for their protection. It's like, come on now. When you're playing basketball, if you're 18 or 19, is there really that big of a difference?
No, here's the thing.
It's about protecting the college game.
College game, yeah, exactly. And like you said, you want, you got to put a good product on the college game. I mean,
Well, now, they're paying everybody, so.
yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Arizona, they lost, a one and done guy, the Arizona State, just because all the players came back, stuff like that from the draft. So, but, they were talking about him, and yeah, he was an NBA draft guy, but the thing was, he was only going to be there for 1 year. So how do you gel, how do you mesh? You come in and you play for 1 year because this is just a stepping stone, you know what I'm saying? So you don't really, I don't know, you don't really gel with teammates.
Yeah, how can you? It's a 1 year, and you don't care. It's just a stop. You have to. You're forced to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think college basketball would be way better suited to allow players, if they don't want to come to college, not to go.
Right.
And that's on the player. Like you're talking about, we're protecting the player, and they don't always pan out. They're going directly to the NBA. Well, that's on them.
Yep.
That's not on. It's not up to. I hate when they try to regulate shit just for the sake of regulation.
Right.
Like let people make mistakes. Let people fuck up. Not everybody's gonna get.
But like you said, you got to protect the college game too, because you don't want to.
Well, that's because
you don't want to
protecting the dollars.
Yeah, because you don't want a bunch of shit players out.
Why? It's college. It's supposed to be. It was supposed to be. Athletics for, education, basically, not the multi-billion-dollar industry it's become. That's the only reason they're doing it. If nobody watched college basketball and it wasn't a big moneymaker like it is, there would be no. They wouldn't force players to come play 1 year. They want that 1 year because they want that name in college, and they want people to talk about, Carmelo Anthony playing for Syracuse or whoever playing for this team or that team. That's what they want. They want that 1 year. Or Bronny James playing for USC. Wait, did he actually play for USC this year?
Yes, he did. He did.
I know he had that heart condition.
So he had the heart condition earlier before when he first came in, and then fell out and stuff like that. But then he got cleared to play, and then played.
Boy, did he.
Yeah.
Averaging like 3.4 points a game.
Nah, he had his 10 points a game.
He didn't average 10 points a game.
Yeah, I went back and
I
looked.
guarantee he did not average.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
He averaged 10 points. He averaged 10 points a game, but it was bad. It was like I said.
I'm looking that up right now.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, in college, what did he average?
4.8 points in 19.4 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
I thought. So, I swear I saw it.
USC Trojans guard, Bronny James. Stats.
I thought it was 10 points.
Played 25 games. He started 6, averaged 19.4 minutes, 1.6 field goal average a game. He shot 36.6%. He shot 67% from the free throw line, 26% from 3, averaged 2.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 4.8 points for the 23
See, I was giving him 6 more points than what he was. Okay, so
let's talk about it.
let's talk about Bronny James. I kind of alluded earlier, why Titano was out, because I said he kicked the wall because of Bronny. I was playing. I'm just playing, Mitch. I love you, baby. Let's talk about the whole thing. So we all know his father, plays for the Lakers and stuff like that, and
We all know. The ladies out there may not know it. LeBron James, he's the superstar NBA player. His son maybe got some nepotism and was drafted by the Lakers.
Yes.
Or he averaged 3 or 4 points a game in college. And
here's the thing: is he a pro player? No, absolutely fucking not. They had so many other players that didn't even get drafted.
yeah.
Well,
Here's the crazy part. So they were talking about how it was really important. LeBron was saying that to be able to hear his son's name being called when he's drafted, and so he's getting drafted on just because LeBron's his father, and the Lakers want to keep LeBron happy.
Right.
But doesn't that take away from some kid that actually probably deserved it more, that now didn't get to have his name called because the Lakers decided to make LeBron happy? And
Well, not only that, who the fuck's running the organization? Is what I'm saying is.
LeBron is.
Obviously, and
Well, yeah, they're feet to the fire because
as everybody know, I'm a fucking LeBron diehard. But who the fuck is running the Laker organization? Here's the thing. LeBron's only there for another 2 to 3 years.
he doesn't have a contract right now. That's why.
Yes, he didn't have a contract because he uses leverage.
He
uses leverage to get his son drafted because he basically said, what's his name? Paul, the agent.
Yeah.
That's LeBron's best friend, but he's also his agent too. His Bronny's agent too. He told teams straight up. He says there's only 2 teams that Bronny will play for: the Suns and the Lakers. So meaning
LeBron was going to one of those 2 places.
Meaning LeBron had a chance to fucking come to the Suns, which was fucking crazy as fuck to me to hear that. But basically he said either the Suns or the Lakers are the only 2 teams that he's willing to go to. If not, he's going to the draft. If not, he was going to go to Australia and play.
Yeah.
Which was crazy as shit to me. I'm like, you're going all the way to Australia to fucking...
I heard they offered him like so much millions in Dubai though too.
Yeah, but crazy. It just baffles me that the Lakers would even pull this. Here's my thing is, after LeBron's gone, the Lakers are still going to be there.
Yeah.
And now
They won't either.
And you're gonna set it up for what? Are you gonna win the championship next year?
No.
I don't think so. Listen, I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan. Let's get that straight. But they don't got the pieces to fucking win a championship.
They got LeBron. That's all you need, right?
No, motherfucker. They don't. Listen, I sent you guys some stuff where Anthony Davis was whispered to get fucking traded out of there.
Yeah.
My thing is,
They sign with them though.
here's my thing, is they don't have enough pieces to make it to a championship. They don't have enough pieces to get by Denver. Shit, they don't got enough pieces to get by the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Right now. You know what I'm saying? Who are up and coming, who are about a piece away from fucking doing it.
And I've seen LeBron's hairline. He's past his prime. Let's just say that.
I mean, he's still averaging, well, you can look this up, I think he's still averaging 25 points a game, something crazy like that. But dude is still balling, at his age and shit like that. But to me, oh man, I feel bad. Here's the thing. I feel bad for Bronny.
I do too.
Here's my thing. He's a 19-year-old kid who people dislike because they dislike his father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's the same thing.
and he
remember Jordan's son played in college a little bit too?
Yeah,
and
but
people are talking about him. But I think sometimes too, it's the expectation. You have a world-class father that's a NBA, like one of the top 5 players of all time.
Right.
Whether you're talking Jordan or LeBron.
Right.
And then you got their son. There's no chance that the son's ever going to live up to the father.
Right. But here's the thing.
That's the expectation.
Yeah, but I don't think, I think the one thing that's different in this situation is I don't think people are putting that kind of pressure on Bronny delivering them because they know he's not that type of player. They're just, this whole thing is, it's a big story because first of all, it's the first time that a father-son duo.
You think Bronny's going to even make the roster this year? Or you think he's going to end up in like the G League?
The G League, yeah. I mean, he may, like I said, he'll play in some preseason games, whatever. I just don't see it, man. I just, if they're really saying that, they're a real basketball organization, it is no way Bronny is going to fucking be able to come off the court, come off the bench to substitute for it. I mean, it's just not. I mean, he's not ready for his game is not ready for the NBA at all. You know what I'm saying? Not ready.
I don't think his skill is there for the NBA either.
No, and I'm not saying he's never going to be there. I'm just saying right now it's not there. I mean, he's way too early. He should have stayed in college. I felt,
I agree.
Shit should have came out of U of A. Fucking had a better chance. And
Well, I mean, to be honest, I think this was, LeBron, strong arming the Lakers into drafting his.
I mean, yes, that's what it was.
So he can say, hey, my son was on the Lakers.
Yeah, exactly. I got a chance to fulfill a dream that I wanted to fulfill, which is play with my son. Okay, you got that much power in the NBA, you doing it. Do I think it's the right thing? No. I mean, but here's the thing, that's on the organization at that point.
I
know what I'm saying? You got you as an organization, you got to have a fucking backbone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. I mean, I love the player and all, but damn, you got to put your foot down and say, hey, like we gotta think about that. We're drafted for the future. We ain't fucking around here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'd be great, but your son ain't fucking.
He ain't it.
He ain't it.
Saver.
Yeah, he got drafted 55th pick, second round, 55th pick overall. You know what I'm saying? And it was nobody else was going to draft him.
Yeah. Well, you know who else ain't it? I hate to say this, but probably neither of our presidential candidates. And I know you didn't see it, and we talked about it before. And we don't really talk politics on the 2 on the 10 podcast.
Right.
But I caught just a few minutes of the debate, and all I could think of was, man, I feel bad for Biden, man. He just does not seem to be there. And people have said that for a long time, like he's not with it. But
Right.
I mean, he looked like a fragile old man,
Right.
and like. I felt for the first time, I genuinely just, politics aside, whatever, I'm not a big politic person in the first place. I genuinely felt bad for him. It was like they were parading him out. It'd be like you taking someone with, full on dementia that's like sickly and sending him out and being like, go debate this guy.
Right.
And then you got Trump, who's just flamboyant and loud and, just spews out whatever he wants to say. I mean, this can't be the best of America has. That's all I got to say.
Well, see, and it goes back to why we need to have age limits on these motherfuckers. You can't have.
I mean, you got term limits. Why can't you have someone?
Age limit. You can't have, 75, 80-year-old men fucking trying to run the country. Like I said, we just start breaking down all the time. It's bad. I just heard little bits, and the reason why I didn't watch it, because like I said, I seen this shit show before, and I was like, I don't want to see it again.
And the crazy part is, it's not like it's just basically propaganda bullshit. They ask them questions. They know what the questions are already going to be. They already kind of have their answers.
Right.
They know what they're going to say. This one, they really had it like locked down. So like when it was one person's time to speak, they muted the other mic so they couldn't even speak.
Oh, wow.
So they definitely, because I know in past debates 4 years ago, it was them just screaming over top of each other and yelling. And I think they did it for twofold. One, I don't think Biden would have even got a word in if that's the case. Because like I said, he just did not look good. He did not, and not saying anything, like he just looked like an old, decrepit, like failing.
Well, they try to soften it up. They try to say, he had a cold going into,
Doesn't matter.
Going into this, stuff like that.
He couldn't put coherent sentences together.
That's not good. I mean, like I said, I saw a lot of,
some of the reaction on his face and like some of the faces he was making, sometimes it just looked like he wasn't even really sure what he was doing. Right. Like, I'm not even sure at some points in the debate, he knew he was actually in a debate.
That was crazy.
I'm not even sure he knew what was exactly going on.
Right.
So, like I said, I just felt bad. It's not a good look. I mean, like I said, I'll say it again. That can't be the best we have in America to run the country. It can't be. And, is it just the power, like, if we put our tinfoil hats on real quick, shout out to Mitch. Is it just the powers that be putting on a puppet show in front of us? And these are just the two puppets that, they know that there's going to be major division between the two sides. Mm-hmm. They're going to prance them in front of us. And, all the right's going to be like, Biden's unfit to lead. Look at him. He can't even string a sentence together. And the left's going to be like, Trump lies about everything. And I mean, that's basically what they said after the debate. Mm-hmm. And then they just sit back and it's status quo and, stealing the American people's money and tax dollars and running this country into the ground.
So here's my thing. Are you voting this year?
I haven't decided yet, to be honest with you. Okay. I may vote, but I just may not even place a vote for president. I've done that in the past.
Okay.
Sometimes some of the local stuff, you
definitely. See, that's why I tell everybody is like, you get hung up on those shiny objects. And the shiny object is the presidential. Who makes the policies and who actually shapes what's going on in your everyday life is on the local level.
Oh yeah.
Your governor, your mayor,
your propositions,
your propositions, all that shit affects you.
Yeah.
The presidential shit, I mean, in some aspects, when you start getting into taxes and shit like that, yes. But your everyday life, you need to look at your fucking local government and not fucking worry about fucking the presidential shit. I ain't gonna be real with you. So a lot of people fucking vote against their own interests, don't even fucking realize it, which is crazy as fuck to me. But it is what it is. So, like I said, when you go into the ballot box this year, pay more attention to your local.
Yeah, your local. That's the shit that's gonna matter. That's gonna affect you on the day to day.
Day to day, yeah. I mean, this presidential shit, yeah. I mean, it's all glitz and glamour, but when it comes down to it, who you elect as a governor or a mayor or a councilman and stuff like that. That's where it's all going to come down to it. So I don't know that
And I'm just gonna say this. It shouldn't really matter who you vote for, because at the end of the day, politicians don't have your best interests at heart.
Right.
I don't care what you say. Anybody that thinks they do, well, they jam, the jab down your throat.
Right.
And, there's a lot of things coming out about maybe that wasn't the smartest idea. And even, Fauci said, hey, some of the things we did, we weren't really sure.
Yeah, they was making it up as we go, which is
as we go.
fucking funny, man.
And there's just repeated through history things that the government has done, like testing on citizens and the poorer communities and minorities. All they care about is your tax dollar. You're a income revenue to them. You're generating money for the U.S. government. That's all you are, is a money generator. And if you don't generate money, then they definitely don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, like, people get so worked up, they lose. It's just, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like you said, vote for your local shit. Vote for the stuff that's going to directly affect you on a day-to-day basis, and the rest of the shit. Who you vote for, if you vote for Trump, you vote for Biden, whoever you vote for, it's not going to really matter, and they don't give a fuck about you.
Nope.
Like I said, you're just putting money into the coffers.
Crazy. But speaking of this country, we got a celebration of this country coming up.
Yes, the 4th of July, baby. My holiday.
This is probably Nick's favorite holiday. Yeah. And where do you go every 4th of July?
Sometimes I go to San Diego. Once or twice I've been there.
Sometimes.
I'm just going to say,
this motherfucker's there every time.
You know what's crazy? So I don't remember what year it was. Maybe 2012. So it might be 12, 13 years ago. Mm-hmm. Me and my boy Randy, who's in the Navy, he had a couple of weeks off. We went to San Diego for the 4th.
Right.
And we just had an amazing trip. That was the year that all the fireworks went off at once. Somebody fucked up, and the whole fireworks show launched off in like 12 seconds.
Oh, shit.
It was like a bomb exploded. Like, it was crazy.
Right.
And we just had an amazing time, and it was a fun time. And every year since, I've been trying to recreate that magic of just fun, natural, amazing, just chilling at the beach, meeting cool people, just having good times, going to bars, just an amazing fun time. And I met some people in San Diego on that trip that I still keep in touch with.
Okay.
That, that when I get into town, we'll go have dinner, hang out. Like, it's like every year, just you get a little piece of that back. Like, you get to just re-experience it. It's different every year, but it's just so much fun and anything to get out of this fucking heat.
Right. Arizona fucking, yeah. Arizona, it went from fucking nice to fucking hell, like, in an instant.
I think we already hit 117 at some point, I think, already.
Yeah, and it's
June.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We ain't even hit, like, for people who watch the podcast and don't live here or just their first year, like, normally July is one of them, like.
Yeah, end of July is like when you get, like, 15 days of 115.
But it started fucking early this year. Early. And I kind of knew it because we'd had so much weird weather. Yeah. And we had some good weather all the way. And it was a switch.
Yes.
A switch. And it was quick, motherfucker. And when it hit hard. And like I said, it's a fucking scorcher outside. That's what, cool thing is the pool water is fucking perfect right now. Like you said, the river is perfect right now.
Great.
A lot of people are on the lake and stuff like that. Only shitty thing that happens here in Arizona is like the nightlife kind of dies down because it's so hot. People, either, will leave the state or go up north or, won't come outside because it's just so fucking hot. You know what I'm saying? And so, this is the lean time for like the bars and nightlife,
Restaurants and everything,
come.
I mean, who wants to be here during the summer though? To be real with you, like
Yeah, like I said, I don't mind. I just hop in the pool, hop in the pool.
I keep reading like articles and things. People talking about like, will Arizona become unlivable because it's so hot?
Yeah, here's the thing: I don't think so, because as long as you have pools and you have water parks and you have rivers and lakes and shit like that to always go to, it's always gonna be fun times. Like, I mean, like you just talked about it. You guys were on the river for your girl's birthday, right? And so that's a fun thing. That's a gathering. And everybody goes out and does. Make sure you put on your fucking sunscreen.
It was also overcast that day. So
you got lucky.
I mean, it was still like 105 out.
Yeah, but it wasn't as
like
bad. Yeah.
The worst part about the heat, like I can deal with 120. It's when that sun is just cooking you.
Right.
You almost feel like you're being cooked, like you're in an oven.
Right. Well, I mean, it's oven heat. I mean, it's not like, see, the thing went down to Mexico, with the water and stuff like that, you got a little humidity, right? So it's kind of it's kind of that, moisture, keeps your skin moist, stuff like that. Out here, shit's just dry. Best way I can say it is like, start your oven up and then open up the fucking door. You know what I'm saying?
And that's like walking outside in the summer.
Yeah,
it really
exactly.
is.
Yeah, because you get
That's the only experience that I've had that reminds me of summertime in Arizona is turn on your oven and then you go to open it up to put something in there and that wave of heat that hits you.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah. No, definitely. So, it's, but, shit, how long, I mean, you're born and raised here.
Yep.
I moved here originally in the 90s and then came back, full time in 05. So we both been out here in a minute. So we bitch about it, but fucking.
Well, I remember growing up, the weather hit 122. It was like,
that's the first year I moved here.
National news. And that day it was summertime. I was out playing street football from like 8 a.m. till like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I came home. My parents are like freaking out because like, oh my God, where have you been? I was like, we've been playing football on the street all day.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like as kids, you didn't even realize it was hot. It was always hot. So you're just like, you deal with it. You drink plenty of water. And we were still out there playing football, playing basketball on the street. Whatever we could do.
Come home, a sweaty ass mess.
Home sweaty. Yeah. But I was a lot tanner back then too because I was out in the sun every
day. Yeah. I was thinking, regardless of where you were, you always were outside. So.
Miss those days. I wish I could retire and just be out in the sun every day. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe if I hit a couple more sports bets.
And it's been rough.
And not been so greedy.
It's been fucking rough. But anyway, that's just going to turn around. But, man, we come to the end of the show. Once again, we're missing our compadre. Get well, quick. But, Grady, give me a thought of the day, brother.
I'm going to just say this. Sometimes you got to know when to cash out. Sometimes you got to know when to hedge your bet.
Oh, my gosh. I should have cashed out.
But, I think, and it's not just in sports betting. It's a metaphor for life. Sometimes you see this, the goal at the end of the tunnel, whatever it is, this big, great thing. Sometimes just getting 80% there.
Yes.
Be happy with that.
Be thankful about that. Yes.
I mean, there's some people that go like, I made this, but I really wanted to make this, so I'm not satisfied. Be satisfied with what you're making. Don't, it'd be great to make $1 million a year, but if you make $250,000 a year or $100,000 a year, whatever you make, like, be happy with what you have.
Right.
And and sometimes you gotta settle for a little bit less and take the offer.
True that, man.
Take the offer.
4th of July, right around the corner. Yep. So, normally, it's a time to celebrate our independence as a country. I want you to go celebrate it again, and we've talked about it on the podcast before. Go celebrate it with your family. You know what I'm saying? This is a time to get out. I know it's hot, the motherfucker. Find some friends with a pool.
Yeah, pool,
barbecue, something, bust out the hose. Go get that little sprinkler set if you ain't got a pool, you know what I'm saying? Slip and slide, something, you know what I'm saying? Getting out in the backyard with the kids and just have some fun. Keep hydrated, you know what I'm saying? It's hot out there, Mitch. But on that note, 2 on the 10, we love you. We out. Mwah.